Alright, Long War, guys. I've played Xcom2 on the channel before a couple of times, and I'm terrible at it. I'm a terrible strategist, but I love the game, and Long War came out today, so we're going to play Long War, or Long War 2, and we're probably going to get our asses handed to us relatively quickly. I played a couple of hours when it very first came out just to get a feel for some of the changes, and on the very first mission I lost two squad mates, and I had one injured, and then the second mission I lost 3 went MIA because I didn't get to the extraction timer in time. So yeah, I don't know all the changes, but well, we'll get to them as we go through. Yeah, good stuff. Launching, I'm going to play it on veteran because it's terrible. I thought about playing on rookie, but no, actually we'll play it on rookie. I want to see if I can make this campaign last a little longer, and it's called Long War for a reason. So we'll do it. Okay.
Excitement continues to build.
Oh, also, one of the changes we'll see immediately when we get in is that the very first mission, the gate crash mission, is different. It's not the little get to the statue, blow it up mission that was before. And these new loading screens, I love these new loading screens. They're great. And these are like this because of the way the new mission system works. Yeah, they're beautiful. We're on a service station. Excellent. There's also new maps. There's new classes for my guys, new classes for the enemies, and squad sizes. Well, squad size varies now. So here we go. Alright. Those of you who have seen it already, we start with an 8-man squad. So ambush enemy troops. Advent typically moves in forces in large groups, but we have located a small unit on its own that is vulnerable. A well-timed assault may damage Advent's interest in this region. Brought us a rare opportunity to bring home enemy corpses free.
Position is
this
obscured.
is the opening mission now. Still have to take out enemies, but there's no blowing up the target like there was before. And this seems to be... I was going to say it's a relatively small map, but it's actually not. So there'll be the same basic, like the same number of pods as there is in the original starter mission, but now
Good to go.
they are... ooh, what did I nearly walk into? Oh, I nearly walked into a civilian. The same number
Location
of
confirmed.
pods, but a
Roll
new
it out.
varieties of enemies with the new Long War
Getting it done.
type enemies.
Yoshi-sono.
Affirmative.
Just want to get
Moving
some
out.
guys in a position with that trigger and everything, you know?
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Ya estoy.
There we go. So there's
Cover.
again.
Affirmative.
I
Covering
don't know
now.
why I'm getting the glitch of the texture with the grenade icon down here. So, rookies all start with standard SMG, sorry, the assault rifle, and then 1 grenade and 1 flashbang grenade. And you can't use both consecutively, so you can't go on one turn, throw a grenade, next turn, throw a flashbang. There's a 1 turn cooldown between uses. So, got to keep that in mind. But it's handy to know that now they have those available. I'm not going to run across that civilian. Maybe we'll keep going in this direction, I think.
Understood. Moving out.
So let's throw some troopers over here.
Ok, me muevo. Me dirijo a la posición indicada.
I was going to try and follow what he said, but I can't speak French, let alone French that quickly.
Solid copy.
So, 8-man squad, as I said.
Move, move, move.
But you can field any size squad from 10 downwards. And it will depend on the mission type
Moving out.
that you're going on, really, what you field, what
Got it covered.
troops you decide to take. And
Eyes on the prize. I enjoy.
in a minute. But there's a whole new system. I don't don't even fully understand every part of it myself, so this is gonna also be a learning curve, as well as
Marchando.
a new season.
Orders confirmed. Moving out. Stepping off. Orders confirmed. On the move.
I'm being a little
Vado in
cautious now
posizione.
because as I said,
Already
I
there.
played a couple of hours to learn the game or learn the mod a little bit. And one of my
Moving to
biggest
designated
mistakes I made
position.
earlier on was when I found a group I encountered,
Copy
I
that.
ended up moving too far forward and encountering
Scanning.
second
Roger.
pod.
I've got my eyes on the
Two
exit.
dead troopers. Because I was doing well on the first pod, and then bam. So we still want to go this way and have a look because the boundary's a little bit further over there. So let's
Rolling.
go this way. So far, so good.
On it.
Because it's Long War, anybody's familiar with
Posición
it, Long
confirmada.
War, cover is actually now a lot
Getting it
better
done.
than it used to be. If you're in high cover now, you're really hard to hit.
Corro.
And low cover or half cover is more
No
common.
need to ask twice.
Still harder to hit, but not, it's not high cover, obviously.
10-4.
So, but yeah, cover is much more important now, and it applies both ways for you and
Moving out.
for the enemies. So you need to keep that in mind when you're setting up. You really want to
Overwatch. These things. Got movement here.
You're walking. Maybe I want to go back around.
Headed there now.
Yeah. Comms, what do you do, bro?
Already there.
Comms, eh?
Let's do this.
I don't want to move everybody. too
Time to
far.
motor.
I don't want to get myself into a position where I just
Andiamo.
my moves and uncover the enemy on the same turn.
No
you know
need to
what I'm
ask
saying?
twice.
Me muevo.
I'll
Stepping off.
stay at the bottom of the ramp because I don't want him to run up and
Got movement here.
Yeah, across the road. Still hot as balls here in Australia. 34 to 36 degrees in the middle of the day today. Absolutely horrendous. Anybody who lives in Australia will know what I'm talking about.
Already there.
Take the risk and jump down here. Stokes Lama? Stokes Lama? I think that's your name.
Solid copy.
Let's pull up against that full cover tree. The top hat. Sotia Hunt. I don't even know what. I'm not even sure. That's really.
I'm all over it.
No, I might have just butchered your
Double
name.
time.
I'm really sorry.
Si può fare.
Oh, we've uncovered somebody. Can't tab to the next guy. Spotted.
The Advent officers seem more capable than the
There's two
grunts.
squads there.
We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control.
Okay. Well,
Double time.
let's get into position with the rest of the troops.
Location confirmed.
Over there. Now we'll put you
De acuerdo.
behind this tree. I forgot to mention as well, you see how all the guys have got a health bar and then they've got two yellow bars on top. The yellow is essentially a shield in mana. You, basically the first 2 damage you take doesn't come off your health, so it means you don't get injured and therefore you don't have to go into the infirmary. Very handy, because basically essentially means that everybody gets an extra 2 health. Which, when I played on the regular before, everybody started with 4 health, so, extra health is very handy to have. So I think I'm going to move these
Closing on target position now.
Moving out.
here. Now, is that all 4 from the same pod? Looks like it.
Eyes on the prize. Affirmative. Covering now. Soy alerta.
Roger. I've got my eyes on. Covering
Eyes
now.
on the prize.
I don't want to trigger one and then the other one to walk in. You know what I'm saying? Of course you know what I'm saying. No, maybe not. Maybe do. Maybe don't. I don't know. Okay, it appears like they have moved off some
Mi sto muovendo.
over here. Yeah, we can still see them. And Long War adds more loot opportunities now. See, this means loot. That these indicators aren't Long War mod, they're an extra mod. It's additional icons or something. But there are more than one person that drops loot on a mission now. Instead of dropping multiple items from one drop, they drop
Confirmed.
one item per troop that's dropping items. You know what I'm saying? Now,
En marcha a las coordenadas designadas.
if I shoot and trigger these guys, the other pod's gonna walk back into me. Just know it. So I feel like
Sto andando.
I'll move you back a little.
En guardia. Moving to Overwatch. Scanning.
Overwatch. Scanning.
Moving to Overwatch.
And then moving back this way. The Long War team from Pervonis Interactive have redone the AI for the enemy, so they think differently and they move differently than what they used to. And seeing that there means I feel like the guys are just in there. Well, I don't want to wait any longer, so we're going to trigger them and see how things go. Just going to shoot this advent trooper.
Enemy down. What do we got here? They're on to
Probably
us.
should have set up some overwatches.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
Got a flank shot. Another flank shot.
Not even close.
Missed.
Nemico abbattuto.
Okay, you've only got a shot on him. You don't have a shot on anybody. You. Or you. You do.
I got a piece.
Oh, it's a graze. The grazing system's in, guys.
Oh, come
Guys, don't
on!
miss. This isn't good.
Overwatch. On Overwatch.
So small.
Come on.
And that was
Missed the
clearly
target.
miss. That was going to try and stun my troopers. Yes, he stunned one of my guys.
Sto sanguinando.
Alright, see the two protected damage, so he took 3 damage. Really not pleased with it.
Kill confirmed. Running dry.
Which means one of my first troopers is already in the hopsicle.
In movimento.
Put you in high cover. 28, seriously? Let's throw a grenade.
Granata lanciata.
Actually, might kill him. Might kill him. Killed him. Excellent. Okay,
Position confirmed.
up to here. Okay, next turn you'll be able to grab the loot. I'm going to move
Good to
you
go.
back to the car. Move you
Roger that.
as well.
Move, move, move.
Also up to the car.
Me dirijo a la posición indicada.
Fence. Where's my injured guy? He is... that one. Okay.
guardia!
Come get some.
Okay, you.
Affirmative.
Move you
Moving
to
out.
grab loot. If you encounter somebody, move you back. Alright, we've got a laser sight.
I've got it.
Weapons mods are now different to what they were in baseline war. In base
Confirmed.
XCOM. So they do different things. We'll get into
Voy a
that.
la ubicación designada.
Well, we'll get into that when we get into that.
Double time.
Not where I wanted you to be, but you'll have to do.
Moving to designated
This
position.
one's going. Where this
10-4.
boy's going. Okay, one over there. Nope, nope, nope. I know I have another trooper back here somewhere. Oh, that's right, he's stunned. Okay.
Batevi sotto.
Got it covered.
Overwatch.
He's stunned.
En guardia.
Okay, he's no longer stunned. This is good. We are going to move up to
Confirmado.
here. Nothing.
Roger that.
You can move up to here. You
Moving
can
out.
Move up to here. That was a dash. I really shouldn't have dashed.
Moving to designated
Move
position.
to there.
Ordine ricevuto. Mi muovo.
Not where I wanted to be, but okay. That's where I wanted to be. You can stay there for the moment. You can
That's affirmative.
move over to there. And you can move
Solid
over
copy.
to here.
I'm on it.
On Overwatch. Come get
You know
some.
there's
Ven y verás.
so I'm just waiting to see where they go, whether they come back the way they went or whether they're on like a circuitous route. That door's open, so I feel like they might have gone into here. So we'll see what happens. Let's
Rolling.
go inside. Yep. Not the door, but a group nonetheless.
Although they bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
Understood. Moving out.
Move you over here. Because that's only 29%.
Get ready for a surprise.
Yes. Did 3 damage. It did. We killed him, which is good, but it means we missed the loot that he had. That's okay. Sectoids are quite dangerous. I want
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
So let's move you. 36, not super great, but we'll have to deal with it. You can't really.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Yeah, hopefully don't trigger anything. Okay, let's take the 40%.
Only winged him. My ammo's running
Yes, you
low.
only winged him, but you winged him good. Can you see him? You can see him, but it's only 17% though. Oof.
Mi avvicino alle coordinate.
It's not good. That's 20%. Take the risk out. And by the
E
risk,
concentrati. Sono accorto.
okay,
Vamos, vamos.
move you up to here,
I'm all over it.
you up to here,
Come get some.
watch you.
On the move.
Come here. Just a second, I want to take a chance. Yes!
Hostile
Got
neutralized. Running
on it.
dry on ammo.
Overwatch here. There's still be another pod. There'll be another pod somewhere. We know they came in here, and as I said, the door's open, so I suspect they're in the garage.
Bien, me muevo al objetivo.
Nobody?
Rolling.
Fine. Was that necessary, dude? Seriously? Was it necessary? Okay, we've got... Oh the roof, so I want to put a couple more guys up on this.
Me muevo!
By the ceiling, I mean roof.
Position confirmed.
Just so
Orders
we can
confirmed.
start
Moving out.
This one isn't running solo out there by himself.
Double time.
You
On the move.
dash inside, catch up with the squad. I missed you. Where is it? No. There. You. Okay. Whoa, that's not gonna
On the
be
move.
good. We'll put you against this wall.
Scanning. Moving to Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Afirmativo,
Got
cubriendo.
advent here.
Found it out. I was right. We're in the garage.
Not even close. Enemy down.
Gunner was killed. Okay, you have a line of sight on 3 dudes. What if I do here?
Entendido. En movimiento.
Really? 35, is that close range?
Enemigo destruido. Me quedo sin
Kinda
munición en el
wasn't sure
arma.
if it was actually going to make the cut.
Moving.
I'm going to stand you over here, top hat. I did the 40.
Kill confirmed.
Yeah.
Running dry on ammo.
Alright, you need to reload.
Ready to rock.
Also,
Heading to that location.
there's XP4 missions now.
Got it covered.
The more troops you take out, because it's shared.
Headed there now.
The more troops you take on the mission, the more it's split between the troops. So if you want to level up the guys or
Sto andando.
take out a group, but try and keep your groups.
Es igual.
So you're more mobile, less detectable.
Heading to that location.
And the XP's shared.
Affirmative. Covering now. I'm on the move.
Yeah, I can guess you can pull better. 29%. I'm going to take this 29% and hope for. Oh, team, you don't let me down.
Positive confirmation. Area secured.
Go team.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Much better than my practice playthrough before. We only got an injury rather than 2 deaths. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You guys should be happy. Look at that. 76.9% shot successful shot percentage. I can English. Right. Most damage dealt is Sotia Hun. Most under fire is also Sotia Hun. He wasn't the one that actually took damage though, so it's weird as. Got little bones on his top hat. Badass.
We're taking Advent apart one mission at a time, Commander. Impressive work.
Alright, so 5 days in the tub. Better than nothing. Alright, we got a sharpshooter with squad sight. They're all some of the abilities have changed now, and there's 3 trees you can choose when you're ranking up. So snipers now from squad sight and holo targeting. Okay. Top hat is a ranger. Oh yeah. Point blank, both barrels, and light them up. Okay, so point blank is they have, instead of a pistol for a secondary sidearm, they have a double barrel sawed-off shotgun. So point blank fires sawed-off shotgun at a nearby enemy, and both barrels is a sawed-off shotgun at a nearby enemy doing double damage. And then light them up, it's 2 shots with your primary weapon as long as you haven't moved. So, technical. This is the newest class that's been added specifically in Long War 2. It hasn't been added to any other mods by Provenus so far. So technical specializes in heavy weapons. So they start out with a gauntlet that has both a rocket launcher and a flamethrower on it, and then you can start going down each tree to specialize for one or the other. Heavy weapon, XCOM Gauntlet is an advanced device that carries both a mini rocket launcher and a flamethrower. Rocket launcher carries one rocket initially and has a 3-tile radius for its area of effect. May target anything in sight range. Damage from rockets falls off from point of impact, so basically the further away from the center of the impact point, the less damage is done. Flamethrower is a short-range weapon that causes damage to multiple targets within a cone-shaped area of effect. Has 2 uses per battle. Does not damage mechanical units without upgrades, and uses either Gauntlet ability requires 1 action and ends your turn. Okay. Good. We have our assault, run and gun, and the stun gun, the arc thrower from the original XCOM, well not the original XCOM, just XCOM Enemy Unknown is back. I don't know, because it has a playthrough now, I don't know if you can capture enemies, but you can stun enemies, so handy thing. Okay, Grenadier, launch grenade, man, it's pretty standard, we all know what Grenadier does. In this mod though, the Grenadier doesn't carry the heavy weapon standard. Shinobi, yeah, sword carrier, so they've got Flesh, Slash, and Phantom. Stays in concealment. We continue with the other 2. So we've got our specialist with our drone, haha. And we have the gunner, the heavy weapon. So the gunner now has a knife as a secondary weapon, so you can do melee attack at close range, because the heavy gun really, it's unpredictable at times, so we've got suppression and area suppression. Excellent. Not sure I like the laser sights. So improves critical chance, they're fairly standard, still the way they were before. Some of the others
incoming transmission.
So let's go research. I'm going to skip these videos because people have seen it before. So research. These are 2 new ones here. They're repeatable. Basically, basic research. It makes it more efficient towards standard researching, or you can do engineering research, which is reduces time on projects in the proving ground, I believe. So I'm going to go to module weapons first, and then go to either alien bio or modded.
I do find that area of research to be among the more intriguing options available.
Commander to engineering.
Okay, so here's a new one. Resistance management. So each region you own now, you have to actually manage it. So you start out with some resistance fighters in it, and you can give them jobs. So supply adds to the amount of money you get each month. Recruit means they can recruit more people either to the resistance cell, or it's possible that they could recruit someone who would join XCOM, and intel basically each month or over time gathers intel you can use. You can add an advisor to each resistance cell, so you can add a soldier, which will help recruit soldiers and defenses, engineers, which will help with supplies, I believe it is, and scientists will help with intel. And as you can see, we don't have any. These guys are in a squad and they're not eligible at the moment, and these guys aren't eligible either because they're not ranked up. Right. So Advent Swing Units Regions 1's Western USA. I haven't even looked at the geomap, and we're in the USA, and this is their income, $48. Not very much. Okay, so build items. Well, there's literally nothing to build to start with because, well, firstly we have no money, and B, all the default items pretty much that you start in basic XCOM 2 are now available and unlimited, and we will get to that in a minute. So we're going to build a facility. Oh, this one's unlocked this time. Last time was the center one. That's okay. We're going to build the Guerrilla Tactics School, because I believe this would be the best one to start with. Warfare Center might have been...
Guerrilla Tactics School construction initiated.
12 days because we don't have an engineer.
I wish we had a simulator for Bradford to practice on. If he crashes this ship, I might just hand him over to Advent myself.
Yes. But right, let's Right, so Black Market is available.
Avenger plotting new course.
Investigate it. Yeah. Black Market.
Market is open.
Works pretty much the same as it used to, except Black Market now, everything is money. There's no, except for research rushing. Everything else, actually I might have five intel. Yes, I will. Yeah, so rushing research is cost intel, but the rest, everything else costs supplies. I'm also going to, probably shouldn't, but I am going to spend 350 intel before. What happened? I don't know, I'm going to buy the scientists. Yes, thank you, and I think I might buy the engineer, but we'll have a look at these. So hair triggers no longer trigger a free action like they used to. Strap onto your weapon unlock to the potential duct tape not included. I'm not going to joke. They gain 5 bonus aim on reaction fire shots. Basically, you get an extra 5% aim or 5 points of aim on Overwatch and any similar ability. Auto loaders, pretty standard. First reload mission doesn't cost an action. So you've got more PCSs now. So this is a defense PCS. Gives a greater tactical awareness on the battlefield. Doesn't specifically say what it does. Emergency life support. In first killing blow on a mission will no longer lead to instant death, and the bleed out time is increased by 2. So handy. Scopes just basically increases aim, so it's fairly standard as before. Expanded magazine, standard as before. We've got a hacking upgrade. You can imagine what that does. And suppressors. Now these are the ones that are the most interesting because they actually have no impact on an actual mission whatsoever. Now the suppressors are an item that helps on infiltrations, okay? Reduces impact on infiltration time. Because now weapons and stuff have impact on your infiltrations. So we are going to go
Setting
back.
course for the Western U.S.
Yes, we've rushed
precinct.
that modular weapons. This is going to take 1 day.
I am sure you will find the results to be as intriguing as I do, Commander.
Move proving ground focus. So we can actually, when we get the proving ground, we can actually work on making scopes and suppressors and all that stuff now. Really, it's only going to take 4. Oh, what's intel cost? Oh, I didn't realize some of these actually costed intel now. Ooh, that's interesting. I think I will do the resistance comms first.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander.
So,
I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Only 4 days for resistance comms, so that's good. We got an engineer. I thought we had an engineer. Didn't I just buy one? Didn't I? I swear I just bought one.
Hey, Commander. Hello, Commander.
I swear I bought an engineer. Squad management, so you can set up squads now. We will get into that later. View soldiers. So this is the roster we start with, because you will need a big roster. A big roster. And honestly, I swear, I'm going to go back to...
Avenger plotting new
I swear
course.
we bought, because we haven't got the supplies. I swear we bought those engineers.
Market is open.
The engineers and scientists. I'm not going to spend any more because I swear I might have only bought the scientist. Yes, I did, because I was talking about the other guys. Never mind. Okay, go back there, go back there. There we go, excellent. Okay, so we're flat broke, but we've got an engineer and a scientist.
Hello, Commander. Work is well underway.
This is good.
But it will be some time yet before my research is complete.
Sector 9,
whatever.
Western United States.
So soon, in a few minutes, we are. Well, there we go. There it is. That's what I was thinking about. Guerrilla Ops. So this first Guerrilla Ops, the objective is to rescue resistance contacts and free captured rebels. Enemy activity is extremely light, and we're going to be rewarded with resistance personnel. 1, 2, 3 resistance personnel. Okay, let's confirm. So, mission expires in 8 days. We can infiltrate for 6. We've got a -2 because how big the squad is. So let's clear that. See, nothing. So we're going to send one of our good guys. We'll send our assault. Actually, we'll send 2. We'll send our assault and our grenadier with 2 rookies. Okay, so it's going to take 3 days, 8 hours to infiltrate. And it's 8 days till the mission. So we're going to start infiltration. So what happens now is these guys go. Sky Ranger scanning and doing other bits and pieces. They're infiltrating.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Menace, ready to deploy.
On the mission. So start infiltration. Shabam. See, 1% infiltration now. Okay. So we'll start scanning, as you can see, it's going up. And Forrecht has just recovered from his injuries, so you can see it's going up. You can go up to 200%, but after you get past 100, there's not a huge amount of, in the early missions anyway, not a huge amount of problem. I hear say that later on you can go higher because you can never do the infiltration, low enough to have no enemies. There'll be no less than the minimum amount on a default vanilla mission, from what I understand.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries,
Excellent.
Commander.
Resistance communications. So, new facility available for resistance comms, resistance radio research available, and resistance contacts available. So I'm going to ignore that for now because
I foresee a number of valuable applications stemming from this technology. I'll have a report assembled as soon as the research is complete, Commander.
We can now work to establish contact with local resistance groups operating out of regions around the globe. Once we've collected sufficient intel to make contact, we'll need to scan the target region for the operative signal.
Thanks, Bradford. So it's Haven 6. It's Haven Western USA, is it? I don't know why it says Haven 6. Haven 6. It might be the number of troops at it, because there's 6 of this one. So I think I want to make contact with New Mexico.
Setting course for Sector 8, Mexico. Attempting to establish local regional contact school now operational.
Yes, my guerrilla tactics school is ready. Oh, so we can. Oh yes, also officers have been brought back in Long War 2, but we can train multiple rookies at once. Excellent. Okay, this is good. This is what I want. I'm going to have a second specialist, and I don't know why all of my troops sound like they have Asian names. It's really interesting. And I think I'm going to go with... Is it the assault or the ranger that's the one that has the double shooting? Okay, that's the one. So that's the assault ranger. Yes, there we go. So I'll train another trooper as a ranger. There we go. Only takes 3 days for that. That's cool. I think I'm going to have to upgrade it to be able to train officers. Officers give boosts to your squad, obviously, as you might expect. So there's no... I didn't get as far as actually finishing the guerrilla tactics school in the little test playthrough. So there's no upgrade for squad size. Well, when you take a maximum of 10, I guess there's not much point, is there? Alright, so that's that. We'll leave that for now. Let's get our engineer to clear some debris. Lock the zoo. I want to try and get down the center. I want to try and get to the exposed power coil before I need to build the power thingy, which it's probably not going to happen, to be honest. So we're low on income, low on intel. Keep scanning. Aha! New targets. So there's another guerrilla op. This one will give us intel. Item from Advent vehicle upon lead.
Setting course for Western United States.
Squad. Also need to keep an eye on elements, but I think I wasn't paying attention a second ago. Alright, so we will send our technical and our shinobi, 2 rookies on this one. It'll become more clear in a minute why I'm sending. Dude, your hair, it's awesome. So it's going to take 3 days. Ooh, no, that's not going to work for us. Actually, I'll send them partly, and I'll have to do it before because it's 2 days before it expires. It's going to take 3 days.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Squad green to deploy.
Stuff going on. So start your infiltration, blokes and lady. Okay, so you're at 92, so I'll finish you off to 100, and then I will keep an eye on this one. I think when it gets to about 50%, I'll jump in. Yeah, 2 days until must launch. So yeah, let's wait. So I guess we'll wait a few seconds more. There we go. Let's do this mission. And you can buy a boosted infiltration. You can use intel. I'm not going to do it for this one. So let's go. So that's the point, right? You launch an infiltration squad. They infiltrate up to whatever or whenever, and then you go and take over the squad and you run the mission. That's why the new loading screen is inside of a warehouse or a building or some such similar thing. And this video is getting on a bit, so once this loads, I'm going to make a cut. Actually, I might not even wait for the cut. I'll leave it here, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.